Hey, what's up, everybody? Last Pikeman here, and today we're getting into another Rome 2 battle. I am playing Sicily. I think that's what they are. I always forget. My partner here is Ebris. I don't know them, just playing online. Attacking us over here is Cochleus and Carthage, and just from a troop perspective, I think it's not so bad. I think honestly, my faction on defense is a bit OP. Um, but their factions aren't bad, right? And I don't know. For my units and what they do, their cost is way too low. Um, but I don't really have any archers. I do have these heavy Numidian skirmishers, which are insane, by the way. They get so many kills every round, so I'm not even sure that the archers are a real huge downside. But you can't skirmish against their archers if they're shooting over a wall out there or something. I don't know what they're shooting at, by the way. I have no idea what they're shooting at. Um, Anyways, yeah. So that's that, and then my ally here. We got some mercenary Italian swords. We got some Cretan archers. Cretan archers are great. Royal Peltus as his general. Levies up there. Royal Peltus, more of them, and then yeah, they have a scorpion. Epirus has a scorpion, as well as I also have a scorpion. Oh, maybe they were just trying to take out this wall ballista. I saw them shooting over here. I just had no idea what their objective was. I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about that at all. Wow. I mean, yeah, it could definitely be used in battle pretty well, but interesting. I mean, good foresight on them. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, I do have a scorpion, and Epirus also has a scorpion. I bring scorpions every now and then. I have issues racking up the major kills that some people get, and I don't know. I think I just got to be more patient and wait until I can get full coverage or sight on people. So we'll see. Over here, they keep slamming this wall. I'm pretty sure these guys died. Or at least most of them, because I just didn't see it until like the last second. I was not paying attention, but pretty impressive shots. Already took out a tower here, and then they're gonna get this wall down. They're at 67. Oh yeah, I think this is right when I notice. I'm like, uh-oh, that wall's going down. So like 2 more shots and it's down or something, and they're already moving up their tortoises, right? I just want to catch this. I don't know how many of them survive. We're at 96. Yeah, so already more than a couple died. Definitely an error, but I think that's the less important spear units. One of the less important spear units I had. Oh, maybe I only brought that one spear unit, so maybe not. Well, whatever. It happened. So they do have a gap here, and I cannot run those guys back down, but just over here. So anyways, they broke open the walls. Carthage did, and they're gonna run in some Italian swordsmen, which we're boxed right here, and we're just gonna let loose some pila, some spears on them. Yeah. Oh man, already down to 90. That is just brutal. And I think I don't know if I turned my spears off or not. Maybe not. I mean, we just ruined them. And then over here, same thing as well. I just getting torn up, and I've had other people do the same exact thing to me. You run in, you have to just send troops in here. You don't care about, because they're going to die. They're going to get chopped up. Libyan infantry, yeah. So actually, Libyan infantry isn't bad. They're a bit more tanky, so they can probably take some of these shots. And the Cochleus looks like they are going to want to attack this one breach hole over here. Something I actually don't know. So they only had 2 tortoises. I don't know if they could have brought more. Probably not. I don't know how it works. Different maps allow for different things, and then I just don't know, because sometimes I can bring like 5 tortoises, and I've brought more tortoises on this map. So I don't know why when sometimes you're in there it changes it or what, but changes the amount you can bring. I do like this move I did. I brought some skirmishers up here to just toss spears down on their heads, and it's going to work pretty well. And I thought that would be a good use of them because, you know, one, it's kind of hard to hit these guys with archers, and if they do, they probably waste a good amount of ammo, as well as, you know, just from the angle, as well as they're pretty tanky. I really don't have any issues throwing these guys into combat, but I do want to use up their ammo, so. And yeah, I mean, here they come. Oh, they're breaking though. Oh man, oh no. Oh, dang, dude, don't be that guy. I always like their swords. I think they're really cool. The curved blades for slicing, for cutting, you know. And I do like this kind of setup we have here. It's a little, you know, a little bit of a trap for them right here. They could try and push through, but then we surround them if they do, right? So not bad there. And then right here, we could probably reinforce one unit and make it a little bit more safe. But I do have this unit here as well, just in case. And oh, nice. So they're actually shooting up here at my spearmen and my slave infantry. I think I was moving up over here just in case they got on the wall. Slave infantry, obviously they're super basic, but they can still fight for a little bit. Give us some time. And yeah, if they shoot at things on the wall, they just... It's really hard to rack up kills like that. So it's a waste of ammo, especially into a tanky unit like this. So I do like that. Obviously, they're still going to break them. I mean, they got murdered on that wall, but they still serve a purpose. So that's good for me, right? Boom, I'm just still slinging into these guys. And yeah, now you can see that fire's coming in. So one volley, they killed maybe one spear. Oh, jeez. That was cool. Yeah, so got multiple firing at them. You know, and they're tanky and they're on a wall. I got no issues with this. It looks like they're out of ammo as well. So, or maybe not. That guy's on the spear. I do see them starting to hit this wall. I think eventually I get a little scared. Oh, nice. Yeah, moved in some slave infantry here for a charge just to break these guys. Try to get as much use out of the slave infantry as I can. They're not, like, horrible. Like, they won't do no damage at all. You know, they have 3 kills on a charge like that. But, yeah, they're just kind of meat shields in general. And, boom, we're just using up our Pila, just throwing this stuff at them, man. Oh, look, it goes all the way through the shield, too. That's cool. That's awesome. So, yeah. Not going bad at all. I think if Carthage was a bit more ambitious, they might be able to slip a troop through, you know, one of these cracks and kind of start, you know, pushing at us from different angles and messing up our line here. But overall, we're doing all right. And I think I'm just swapping troops out here. They're only active, but I have such, you know, such an advantage here, and I have so many troops. I'm just really trying to micromanage well and swap them out. And also, I see these guys are getting a little low. I'm like, okay, maybe I can move another here. These guys are in, what do you call it, Testudo. Oh, yeah, so these guys are finally cut up, but I'm sure they soaked up massive amounts of ammunition right there. So, and they got 119 kills, guys. 119 kills just by throwing those spears down on them. And look, they're not done yet. They're still soaking ammo up. Just awesome. I totally forgot. Oh, yeah, these guys are in Testudo. They were getting skirmished down a little bit, so they're also soaking up ammo. I think, you know, anytime you can waste ammunition from the enemy, you gotta do it. And I don't know what happened here, but slave infantry is fighting these guys. I'll probably have to move something up for that. I don't really know if I have a plan for that or not. Oh, they're getting skirmished down. They're actually getting... So my slave infantry's dying. Okay, here we go. Yeah, moving some legionnaires. That'll help them out. Look it in there. Nice thing. They just ran through. Yeah, this wall, you know, trying to crumble. Oh, sorry. You know, I definitely have been focused way too much. So Cochleus moved in some troops here. We got the Axemen, Hillmen, and then another Axemen unit coming in here. I didn't even see this. Wow, and Cochlean, well, not Cochlean, sorry, Noble Cav from Carthage. So they're really trying to pressure this and just break through. I'm focused over here. I am just like, you know what? Epirus has a bunch of troops over here. They got to move them up, and so you can kind of see them moving around. And also, great for us, Epirus brought hoplites, which is amazing for this. I can really do damage over here, and I can cut these guys down, you know. But you know, as long as we hold this area. So 1 unit of hoplites over here already tanking these guys, and they're gonna do well. Combat even, but we're also shooting arrows, or sorry, Epirus is also shooting arrows from the flanks here. Yeah, more or less the flank, you know, and they're doing well. Trying to sneak in a general. I totally never saw any of this happen in the fight. That is so funny. Wow, does he make it in here? Oh, you know what? I might actually participate in helping kill this general. Oh yeah, check this out. Maybe not. That might be irrelevant. That might be irrelevant. But anyways, wow, this is so funny. I totally forgot all about this. So anyways, they're breaking an Italian sword unit up there. They got 74 kills. Not bad. Really not bad. I mean, for, you know, just eating everything up there. Hoplites are holding. Cretan archers are trying to get out of here. And obviously they're moving in reinforcements. These peltas should tear this unit up. It's a ballsy play, especially, you know, you didn't get this unit and this is your general. That's not good. That's definitely not good for you. I mean, can you run them out? I would at least get a charge off into these hoplites or go this way, right? Yeah, I think they're gonna go that way because those peltas, right? What are they down to? 43. Yeah, they'll cut them up. Oh no. Oh man, there's so many crazy things happening in this battle. I forgot about. Yeah, the elephants, man. The elephants. I hate elephants because they're so overpowered. It's so hard to kill them. But anyways, you can see here I'm holding this line really well. And I just came out. I don't know why they were out there chasing down a unit. They pretty much stopped pushing this, and you can see the whole shift of their units. They're focusing there. They probably see Epirus is a little light over here. They think they could break them. They're sending in the elephants here to rack up kills because, I mean, we're just sword units here. They can just stomp us. So here they go. Yep, here they go. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? It's just a massive animal running at you with tusks, and look at the size here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, this guy's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Oh wow, he's lucky he didn't just die right there. Come on, go hit him with your sword, man. Go get his Achilles tendon or something. Anyways, I'm moving around, I'm maneuvering, but I'm also bringing in my skirmishers, which, by the way, 41 missile damage. They do really well. Obviously, they have less ammo, but they pack a punch. So, slave infantry is in. I don't know if they're going to do anything. They could tie him up at all, but my general's also in here. He's also one of the skirmishing units. Boom. And they are just getting tore up, man. Awesome. Great way to deal with these elephants. And usually I struggle, so after seeing how easy it is to take him down with these skirmishing units, I was very happy. Oh man, he's got so many spears. Oh man, that sucks. I would hate to be one of these elephants. Yep. Alright, so dang, how many? Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, so definitely more than a couple spears on that unit right there. So anyways, dealt with that. That's awesome. We do have a threat of Cochleus coming in here still. Ooh, tough. But we have our troops roughly set up here. I don't know if these guys have ammo or not, or what's going on here. I'm probably bringing them down. But we have a general, you know, if a unit comes in here, we can deal with them. But they're not, you know, they're not readily available to push into this gap. So, oh man, he's trying to snipe my general. So, oh man, he is doing well at sniping my general. Dang, man. So anyways, I'm going to reorganize and redistribute my troops. And obviously the first front in the war here, these axemen up here. Yep. Gotta deal with them. So, just active on these guys and fresh on these guys. So we definitely have more than enough capability to keep fighting, and Epirus has done really well over here holding with their hoplites. This unit pretty eaten up right now, but Obviously, even if they go file and funnel through here, we have Royal Peltas to deal with these guys and whatnot. So Epirus definitely needs to pack this gap in or put another unit here, but they're doing well at holding this whole army. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And the skirmish fire or the archer fire from here, still doing well. I'm surprised they haven't killed them with their own archers, or are they out of ammo? No, they have ammo. Huh. And they're also Cretan archers. I mean, they're good units, so who knows? But yeah, skirmishing these guys. These guys, you know, they got in. They're like, yeah, we're going to get around them. We're going to push another unit through. And these guys are just getting eaten alive. So, and I move over another unit. I realize, hey, you know what? I'm doing pretty well on manpower here. Let me move over one of my cohort, by the way. They're you know, step up. They're one of the better ones that I got here in my army. So, they're done. Plug away at another gap. They, honestly, Cokeless, I think while they had them held right here, they should have moved in units and just discombobulated us, or held us at these two posts here so that they could flank this hoplite unit, because this hoplite unit is going to be a problem for them, right? They have a heavy bonus against large troops or troop numbers, so they're doing well. I mean, this is what they're made for. They're in their element right now, brother. I mean, look at them. Okay, they don't look so cool right now, but they're in their element here. Let's see, I might actually, yeah, here, get some cinematic mode going up in here. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, now they mean business. Oh man, yeah, they just got eaten up. Wow. So anyways, Epirus, sorry, doing very well. I have been moving in my troops on this front. Don't know what's quite up with these legionaries, but I'm seeing just Hillmen, which is very weak. They're gonna get destroyed by my legionaries, and then the Axemen, which is like they're pretty decent unit. I mean, you know, they're probably low cost, but they're solid, right? So anyways, we can eat these guys up. They're low. We can eat these guys up, and they're running archers in, who are now out of ammunition to try and counter. I also, I'm very proud of this. I happen to have this little walkway up to the top. Boom, I have moved some skirmishers, and we are trying to take out what archers they do have, or these are slingers. So, chucking some spears down on them, some pila. Maybe it's just spears if they're skirmishing unit. I don't know. I really don't know. Still have my slave infantry up here. I don't know. I still think there's a possibility, especially now I'm throwing spears down, that they come up here and trying to counter me, but just using them as a precautionary measure. So not bad at all. You can see those slingers. I stopped throwing at them because they I was like, man, maybe they're out of ammo, but then they start destroying this Cretan archer unit back here, which thankfully they're out of ammo, so not bad. But yeah, they were not out of ammo. Confirmed they are not out of ammo. I would definitely use them to hit this flank though. Look how juicy that would be. They're reforming a bit here, but oh yeah, and they're exhausted, these Royal Peltas. So, but they do have more and more archers. Obviously, some of these archers were the ones outside the wall shooting us at the beginning of the game, so probably depleted ammo, but they absolutely are going to have some ammo. And Epirus is doing well here. I'm seeing a little bit of a gap right here that, like, you know, they probably have been leaving. I move these guys up here. I can hit these this unit of axemen on the flank, and we're gonna scrap. We're gonna keep scrapping. I'm on this other flank over here, and oh yeah, so I'm starting to move back because check this out, pikes. Yep, just marching these pikes at me, which is an issue. However, I still have some skirmishing ammo, so we're gonna try and skirmish these boys down. You can see over here. Yep. Gotta do what you can. Gotta do what you can. If they keep following me, it's gonna be an easy fix because I can just go to this larger area and flank around them. But you know, usually people are smart enough to avoid the outmaneuvering trap right there. So, anyways, they do have 154 of them, or 145 out of 160. It's gonna take a bit of effort to grind them down. I probably don't have too much ammo. Oh, hit the mic, sorry. Probably don't have too much ammo at this point, but we do have the units. We do have the legionaries, right? Glad that I moved over this unit, by the way, because Epirus, you know, they definitely needed a small bit of help here in this area. I wonder. Nice. Yeah, that looks pretty cool right there. Right on. Sorry, I'm looking for that key. So anyways, Epirus, yeah, they are getting ground down. However, they're still doing well. Oh, I did move my Scorpion over here at some point. 113 kills. They're probably out of ammo. But not bad. Not bad. Could be better. They do, so Epirus does have Royal Peltas here and here. I think it kind of looks like just in case they need a pullback, they can go to here and here, probably. But, you know, I don't really foresee it. And I think I'm going to also move another unit up here just to give them a little bit more support. This is definitely where they're focusing their efforts. And it makes sense because they're grinding them down a little bit. And you can see my spears are coming in here, and they're trying to eat up the spears with other units, I think. That's why they're trying to blend them in with these Cretan archers that are out of ammunition. And it's going to work a little bit. I'll give it to them. But yeah, that's... I don't know. These guys do a lot of damage. I mean, if you can get them on units, you can get them on their flank. Even the front, you know. Getting a little bit of a counter skirmishing going on here from some Eastern archers, looks like. Yeah. Like I said, not too worried. These guys are very tanky. And this is from my experience of trying to kill them with archers. They just don't die. So, not scared at all just to let them sit there. And I got these guys in Testudo. So, in case they need to eat any ammo, you know, ammunition, arrows, whatever, they're there for it. So, not looking bad at all. I did briefly run my guys outside the wall and around here to try and get some archers. They noticed that, brought them in, and then put a unit at the rear, which is a very good unit, Cochlear Nobles. I cannot break through that with what is a slave infantry and a broken, you know, a depleted unit of desert legionaries. Yeah, so it's not going to work. But that is an option I have in the back of my head. If those guys come in here, I'm sending a flank force around, deal some archers, right? Yeah, and these guys, it's just brutal for the attackers right here because, yeah, you know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna shoot at these guys in the front? You can. They're tanky. You know, they're gonna eat that ammunition up. I'm gonna put them in Testudo. They're gonna eat even more ammunition up. So it's just a really tough situation to be in. For them, and you know they could. Okay, actually, a missed opportunity. I think at least it could have been a missed opportunity. Is put some guys up here on the wall and run them down here. If you can't, you know, you can't win up there, you could at least tie us up. Run down here and try to go around, you know, at least then you're making Epirus spread themselves out defensively, or Epirus and me, right? Sicily, probably. Looks like we're moving some units in and out. Yep, fresh unit, awesome. Good job there. And over here on this front, I think we missed it, but the pikes are gone. Oh wait, no, they might have moved over here. Yeah, pikemen. So they actually did move the pikes in here. They're having trouble just breaking through this front line here. So they pulled their guys away. They're trying to skirmish me down here, and then they're moving in some pikes right there on that side. Oh, and yeah, woo, you can see that's working. You can see that's working right there. They're definitely getting some hits off. So they're just trying to grind us down, and they're not doing too bad, right? They're doing what they can. Man, yeah, that hurts. That definitely hurts. Boom. Oh, yep, Testudo. Here we go. I'm like, uh-oh, they're getting eaten up, but you know what? Let's take as much ammunition as we can with us here. Yep. That's what we got to do. On this side here, still pushing away. What do we have? Another unit of axemen trying to hold us back, as well as these Cretan archers. And hate to say it, but I don't know if it's going to last too long. These guys are losing. I don't know why. But yeah, we moved another unit in. And obviously we're going to try and get some luck here. Moving the slave infantry down. No longer needed up there. Probably could have moved them down earlier, but whatever. I did move a skirmishing unit over here, the Numidian skirmishers, just because they're good enough to fight. I mean, they really are. You can see down in the stats there, 34 attack and 34 weapon damage. So they're like Peltas, just not as tanky. Their armor is only 45 and melee defense 47. They're really solid for what they do. I mean, look, they already have 114 kills and they haven't seen combat, at least I think. So they're good at what they do, you know. They're good at fighting, they're good at killing, you know. Do I see? Oh yeah, the pike units at 51. They're definitely in here. Oh yeah, there they are. So they're just eating me down, and I'm not really sure what to do. I think I'm just like, hey, you know what? I got this unit here. We can plug them back in with a skirmisher unit. I just need a breakthrough in this front, right? I think that's kind of what we're waiting for. And well, these guys, 169 kills on those guys, not bad at all. What about their archers? I kind of wonder. So 81 on those, they're still shooting. 71, 61, 64, still shooting right here. 125, not bad on the slingers. But yeah, some of their archers just didn't quite get as many kills as, you know, they probably could. But you know, given their situation, what, you know, how they're pushing and things like that, like. When we're over here, for instance, holding these walls so close, you can't really skirmish us that close to the walls. Like, your archers just won't make that shot. I don't know. I've tried it. It's a little frustrating. But yeah, they could obviously fight there if they could hit that shot, but they can't. So, general's going somewhere. Don't know where. But running in the slave infantry, they're eating some shots for sure. And we're losing decisively up here. Not 100% certain who's doing it. I guess no, because that axe unit is also, wait, whoa, I thought there was, oh yeah, right there. That axe unit is also losing. So I don't think it's quite all the way true. I think we are doing fine. It's probably just even. Anyways, we have a good chance of pushing through here. They're still just ripping my guys up. We got Testudo formation going on over here, just soaking up some damage, eating some rocks, you know. You know what's funny? Like, where do they get slinger ammo from? Do they just like go down to the river and, you know, grab buckets of river rocks and then like bring it with them? That actually might be true. They might do that. Maybe like a merchant or something, like a private merchant sells it to the army. That would be a great business. That's not hard at all, right? Anyways, they are doing their best to keep this line steady. The Cochlean nobles are coming in, which is a bit of a disappointment for me because they are good at what they do. They're at 98, but they will hold. They will definitely hold. So, it looks like we're definitely going to break through here. This unit's now losing decisively, but they're moving units in. That's opening up the front here, though. I moved in some skirmishers to try and just eat up those pikes. Yep. They were doing too much. How much do they have? Oh, they only have 88 kills. You know what? They weren't doing too much. I was still worried about them. That's probably the last of my ammo right there. And we are starting to push this front. It looks like, you know, that tanky unit that they had, the Cochlean nobles. Oh man, look, I mean, these guys are just soaking that damage up. That's awesome. I wonder. Yeah, that's terrifying. That's pretty cool, though. Right on. All right. So, we're getting near the end. I told you guys, if this flank opened up, I'd be there. And look at where I am. They're fresh. They've been resting. They may be depleted, but they're here. Uh-oh. And he plugs the gap real quick. But that's huge because I am still applying pressure right here. My general's coming in to fight. And now I have to make his best unit come watch the flank for what, you know? These two depleted units? Because, yeah, they will still eat the archers alive. So, not bad at all. I push through here. I get at the archers anyways. They just don't have the bodies to keep up. They don't have the manpower. And we are just pushing this front line. We're going to push it heavier. They only got a small unit here before I can break through. I'm looking at these tasty, tasty archers up here. I'm going to rack up some kills. That's what I'm thinking. Got 135 on these guys already. Not bad at all. I want to check my scorpion again. Dang, you know, I messed up. We did break through, but as we broke through, these guys unleashed on us. So it broke the unit pretty quickly. But I have my general here, and these guys, like I said, they do fine with fighting. I'm not scared to send them in. So this is definitely an option. We can break through these axemen. They got 29 guys. Let's do it. General moves back into the front line as it's cracking. We come in the rear. Boom. They're sending a unit that's out of ammunition to fight us. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. These are trained fighters against untrained archers. All they know to do is sling a bow. Was that artillery fire? I thought I saw some or heard something. Anyways. Oh, I did hear something. Are they trying to hit my flanking unit? Hold on. Maybe that was the last shots that they had right there. Maybe those were the last ones. Oh, slave infantry does break. They're shattered. They're also slaves, so they're like, you know what? No, this isn't worth it anymore. Let's go run away. I don't know what kind of life they're gonna be able to live out here. I forget what settlement are we attacking? Athens? I'm not sure. I'm not sure this time period what life they could live out here, but you know what? It's beautiful. The battle's tiring. We're outside the city walls. Let's run. You know, that's what I'd be doing. Heck, I'm not gonna be a slave anymore. Anyway, sorry. We're breaking through the front. Epirus is already. I don't know who they're fighting right there, but they can hit them in the rear. We may be breaking a unit here. My general is now in the fight. Like I said, they're gonna do just fine against these archer units. They're going to slaughter them. And if you're not used to fighting these guys, you see their skirmishing unit, you're like, oh yeah, I can send archers, and that's like perfect match right there. It is not. It is a very, very unfair match for the archers right there. Wait, this could be an awesome shot right here coming in the breach. Just a couple of guys trying to turn the tide of the battle with a flank. Look at them in there. Man, they just can't get them. In real life, you know, you have like, how many guys are in this? 18 guys against 63 with daggers. They would kill them. Yes, the 63 with daggers. I know it's surprising, but they would definitely surround them and knife them to death. But yeah, guys, you can kind of see the outlook of the conclusion of this battle here, as Cochleus and Carthage troops are no longer and are breaking. You can kind of see this may be the end. The Cochlean nobles are holding, but it is just in vain. We have a swarm of units left in comparison to what they have. We are surrounding the Cochlean nobles from all sides. Yep. You just can't make it out of this fight alive. And there's no running. No running. Hey, I'm upset. I know a couple good guys that died in this battle. Yeah, so they get a little flank charge off. It's not going to do much, but these guys right here are still moving. They got 291 kills. Just eating those archers alive. And they're still going. They're only winded. They're only winded after killing 291 people. Oh my gosh. So, not bad at all here, guys. See if I can just do a little fast forwarding here. You know, a couple archer units that broke came back in. Whatever. I'm gonna send my general in there. Let's get the general some kills. Let's get him some blood. And there you have it. Not a bad battle and a quote-unquote costly victory, but a good fight. So just looking at the stats here, not bad at all, really. My skirmishers did pretty good. I definitely could get many more kills with the Scorpion. Got to perfect that a little bit. Skirmishers, awesome. Really, really awesome unit. I love those guys. Spearmen, unfortunately, they died on the walls. So not great. But they did soak up some ammo. Other than that, all my legionaries did very well. And, even my slave infantry, they got a couple of kills right there. So they weren't, they weren't useless, right? Kokulis over here, not bad from him. Definitely some good kills on his archers right there. Probably happening towards the end of the battle. Hillman, that's kind of the unit that they're using to eat up some fire. They do have some skirmishing abilities that they get kills with, but that's not surprising right there. Axemen did all right. A couple of those units didn't do too good, and the nobles did phenomenal. Obviously, they spent a little bit of money making them rank 2 right here. And Epirus and Carthage. I'm surprised. I don't know. Maybe the Peltas cost a lot of money because you can see. I guess I didn't really bring that many. I brought like one more troop. Never mind. It just looks so much smaller, and it should against the attackers. But anyways, Scorpion 112 kills. Archers did pretty well. Hoplites did amazing at just holding their position. 101 kills, 67, not bad at all. Axemen, the levies, not bad. And actually, the Italian swordsman, wow, good job. And obviously, the Peltas did very well as well. So, not bad at all. Those elephants that you guys saw, 241 on those, not bad. Obviously, they can rack up many more kills. If I didn't have my skirmishers there, they could just run amok, especially because a lot of people like to play sword units, and swords aren't going to do much to them. They're not going to do much. So, that's that. And the pike unit, unfortunately, I just skirmished them down pretty well. So, they did have a future, but not quite. And Carthage really did push in, and they ate a lot of our Pila. They ate a lot of our skirmishing abilities. So obviously they're going to have less kills, more losses here. But they did well. They did their part, and Cocleus tried to follow it up. But we just held the walls today. And I did pick a good faction. So, it is what it is. I think that was a great game. I really enjoyed it. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and follow me for more content, guys. Appreciate you tuning in.